I figure Airman music was a little fitting for the game we're about to be playing. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Admiral, what kind of chips did you just drop? New Year's resolution, no more dark chips. We're leaving those things in 2025. Right. Leaving them behind. Muramasa. To be fair, Muramasa is not an evil chip in Balnor 6, so Muramasa is okay. Happy 2026, everyone. I am sorry I was gone for so long.
Happy New Year. Got any resolutions?
Hey, he said Happy New Year. I forgot he does that. Yeah, my resolutions. Let's see. I don't have any resolutions. I didn't think of that. I have a goal. I have a goal in mind that I had intended for 2025, and then I just never got around to doing it. Here's what we're gonna do. My goal for 2026, and I'm saying it on stream so that the 2 or 3 people currently watching can hold me accountable for this. My goal / resolution for 2026 is to play more Mega Man Battle Network PvP specifically, right? I'm going to start doing more PvP streams. We're not going to do only casual runs of this game because I can't make videos about runs as easily as I used to in the past because of my new job. So I'm going to do more PvP this year so that I could do more PvP matches, so I have more uploads. Even if those don't get a lot of views, it's fine. That way I'm at least uploading something on YouTube. And what we're going to do is, in 2026, I am going to try to get involved with the PvP community, which probably means I'm going to try to get myself into N1GP, see if I could play in some N1GP tournaments, or at least do commentary on N1GP streams. I think that would be really cool and something I'd be interested in doing. So that's definitely one of the goals. I have no idea. I do not remember where you were on for the future story, honestly. Hello, Spice. Happy New Year. Okay, the other resolution is diversifying my YouTube channel just a little bit. Guys, with that little thing we like to call disposable income, which, I mean, my income's not, I don't have that much disposable income now, but I now have the ability to save money because of my new job and whatnot.
Let's go.
So, oh, I want to throw Matars at people. That sounds so much fun. As I was saying before I got distracted, one of my goals for this year is going to be to start doing streams of games that are not Battle Network. I have done some Pokemon streams. By the way, I have to fight Quickman today. I have the gospel chips in here. Something about some federal agent and base barely tolerating each other. Yes, I remember that. I do remember you mentioning that stuff. But, what was I trying to say? What? I was trying to get Buster style, right? So I should just Buster everything. If I want to get Buster style in this. No chips, just Buster style? I don't remember. Because it's been so long. But as I was saying, you guys have seen I've done Pokemon before. I've been doing Nuzlocke very rarely, but I have done Nuzlocke before. And then I've also done, or was I trying to get Shield style? Oh, I think I was trying to get Shield style? Does anyone remember what style I was going for? If I was going for Shield style or Gut style? Because if it was gut style, I'm doing fine right now. But if it was shield style, I should be grabbing this recover 10. I think that might be why this is here. I'm pretty sure that's the last thing I remember you telling us about as well. Oh, can't go this way. Anyways. Alright, let me pause real quick. Oh, I have exactly 5,000 settings. Okay. So, the goals for the year, the resolutions, are number 1, play more PvP. If you guys are in the Discord channel, you might have seen my announcement earlier today. I'm streaming tonight, 2 nights off, streaming Thursday, Friday off. Saturday is going to be that PvP stream that I was supposed to have done before I left, but couldn't do before I left because I was sick. So this Saturday, guys, if you have Switch version of the Legacy Collection and you have a save file of Balnark 6 ready for PvP matches, I will be playing against viewers. So if you guys tune in on Saturday, you will be more than welcome to join me for some PvP matches. That's the first thing. Second thing, because I don't want to do only Balnark all the time, I'm going to add 2 more games to my roster, but they're both going to be Pokemon games. Number 1, I'm going to do more casual and thematic runs of Pokemon games, or more runs that I'm going to use for video footage to kind of get to discuss Pokemon games. Especially because those videos have sometimes done really well. I made that video about Whitney and her Miltank. That did extremely well. Let me make sure my mic's still working. Okay. I had that video about Claire that did extraordinarily well. I did not expect to do that well at all. So I want to do more videos like that in the future about Pokemon. But the other thing, if you guys are in my Discord, some of you might have seen in the Pokemon channel on my Discord, I, while on vacation, splurged a little bit on Pokemon cards. By which I mean I bought a booster box that didn't get me anything interesting. But I also bought 2 packs of Pokemon cards at a Hot Topic in Ohio, don't ask. And I bought 2 Mega Evolution packs. They only had those 2 Mega Evolution packs. I decided to grab both of them. One of them had nothing in it, and the other one had an illustration rare Mega Venusaur EX that is worth $120 market value. 2 thumbs up. In addition to that, the reason I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow is not because it's my birthday, which is true. Tomorrow is my birthday. Yay, happy birthday me. The real reason I'm not streaming tomorrow is because my friends and I have been frequenting a board game cafe not too far from where I live. No, Hot Topic is still a thing. They're not exactly the same as Spencer's, but they're not exactly that different either. Also, hello Blaze, hello Jada's, good to see you both. But yeah, I pulled a $120 Mega Venusaur card. I ended up selling it for $75 cash at a really cool retro game store in Florida, which was fine. I wasn't intending on holding on to that card. When I saw how valuable it was, I was like, let me get some of my money back. So I did. The reason I'm bringing this up, however, is because the real reason I'm not streaming tomorrow... Dang it, Blaze. For a split second, I thought you meant the music here was a banger, which is also true, and then I realized you were talking about this. Weasel would have been so proud of that one. But yeah, unintentional pun. Was it unintentional? Because that seemed kind of intentional to me, and it's totally fine if it was intentional. So, tomorrow, the reason I'm not streaming, Game Cafe, Board Game Cafe, not video game, Board Game Cafe, not too far from where I live. No, I sold it for 70%. The store I went to, they did a calculation in front of me, and they calculated it for 70% of the market value, which is more than I expected, because I would have expected stores to buy cards for like 50 to 60% market value. So 70% is not terrible. And also, here, I'll actually, if you guys have Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media, look up Retro Rat Toys. That's the store I sold it to, and honestly, the guys that work there were super fun and chill. Great dudes, great dudes. Very nice store. Very much enjoyed my time in there. And yeah, Board Game Cafe by my house, sorry. The Board Game Cafe, not too far from my old job, actually is doing Pokemon TCG events every Tuesday now. And I have had decks of Pokemon cards just hanging out in my apartment for like 3 years at this point. And since I bought new cards while I was on break, I had the desire to make new decks out of my new cards, which means that tomorrow, one of my best friends is coming to the Board Game Cafe with me so that he and I can play Pokemon cards together. All of this is a very long explanation. No, it's not. Spice, you liar. It's not 85. Oh, it is 84%. Oh, I thought it was 70%. Oh, I lied. Yeah, 61%. Whatever, that's about what I expected. That's fine. Store was still super chill. Both, like, I actually went to 2 different stores, and both of the stores made the same, like, that was for cash. It would have been $85 if I did store credit. That's why I ended up getting less money. It was because I did cash instead of store credit. But they didn't have any other cards I would have wanted, which I would have used for store credit. Which is fine. Anyways. Analyze bomb and blah 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 blah. And then we find Dave and Jack directly into his PET when I'm standing right next to him. It's kind of funny. Hey, I found him. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, TLDR, I've been making decks of Pokemon cards for a long time now. Not competitive ones. I don't, you know, I do like 1 EX Pokemon per deck, just to try and keep the power level even for all my decks, or as even as possible. And then I also then get to showcase cards that normally would never be considered competitive, which is nice. And so the game plan for tomorrow is that one of my best friends is coming to the game cafe to play Pokemon cards with me. But because I'm able to buy cards again, that means I could get QR codes again, which means that I can play Pokemon TCG Live. All of this was a very long explanation for me to say, now that there's more people in the chat also, if anybody here plays Pokemon trading card game on TCG Live, I will probably start playing that game on stream very soon. And I will probably start like hosting tournaments for people to play Pokemon TCG Live for fun. Just for fun. That's going to be the game plan. And so, what I plan on doing, you guys have seen the schedule for this week. This week we are doing Mega Man Battle Network 2 right now, clearly. I'm going to be playing Battle Network 2 on Thursday, the next time I stream, so that I can, you know, keep doing this trophy run. Saturday we're doing PvP in Battle Network because, you know, I want to get back to doing Battle Network stuff. I got a power up? I might do some ROM hacks, not many though. I have access to 2 of the Drayano ROM hacks. I do have Fire Red Omega, which I played before and I enjoyed a lot. I have Renegade Platinum, which I never finished. And I do have interest in playing the legacy versions that Smith Plays has made. So expect me to do a run of, at some point this year, you guys should expect to see maybe Fire Red Omega, maybe Renegade Platinum, but 100% what you guys should expect from me this year is Crystal Legacy and Emerald Legacy. There's a 100% chance of that. And then I believe the next game he's working on is actually XY Legacy. So when we hear more about Pokemon XY Legacy, expect that as well. I was definitely a fan of Pokemon X and Y, and so having those made by Smith Plays into legacy games is definitely something I'm interested in doing. Why am I somehow unsurprised that both Searchman and Shadowman appear in your story? And also, may I just say, I approve of that. But yeah, TLDR, as I've been saying, basically, expect me to do Pokemon TCG on streams in the future. Expect me to do more casual runs of Pokemon games. I'm gonna try. I do have a 3DS, and I do have the 3DS Pokemon games, but what I don't have is a capture card for 3DS. So unfortunately, I can't stream directly off of my 3DS because I don't have a capture card for it. So what I plan on doing is eventually getting a 3DS emulator and using that. Also, he's finally here. Is there anything I could do to improve my folder? You know what? I want to take out the gospel chips and throw in heat shots instead. So I do know heat shots usually pretty good. Oh, that's right, you can only have 5 of in this game. That's fair. Hey, wait a second. Did you just... Are you calling my boy Searchman outdated? How dare you? I guess we're gonna throw in Shockwave. Also, I have other good G. Oh, we do have the Gutsman chip that we throw in. And I guess we have Bubbler, but Bubbler is only 40 damage. It's not really worth it. Alright, this is fine. Airman, I guess. And it sucks, but we'll do a mini bomb. Just have a Star Code chip. Yeah, that's the game plan. I'm going to probably do that. I'm probably just gonna dump the ROMs onto Citra. But I think Citra's out of commit. Like, I don't think you could get Citra anymore. The last time I looked it up, it was replaced with a different emulator. That was a few months ago. Hold on a second, Quickman. These are just kids. We should teach them a lesson. Why, dude? Does Bubbler cause flashing? I could be wrong, but I believe the answer to that question is no. Watch this, guys. He's so fast. We can just do it again, right? Let's just do it again. Oh, dick. Ow. I would like for him to step up, because if he moves forward... We want him to move forward so he takes 2 hits instead of 1. God, I hate this fight so much. I have barely played DS. I've never actually done DS emulation. I just know that the last time I tested it a few months ago on my laptop just to see about doing it. Spice, how dare you have custom firmware on your DS? That is totally illegal and absolutely the reason why I have a 3DS right now as well. Alright, here we go, guys. Watch. Whee! I also have custom firmware on my 3DS. Honestly, it's why the 3DS is the best system. Fun fact, guys: the prices of 3DSs it's actually going up from what I heard recently. Okay, yeah, you know what? That actually does sound very, very real life, honestly. Planned obsolescence. Yeah. Makes sense. I'm alive, dude. How could two kids beat me, future head of gospel, IQ 170? Yeah, okay. If you guys can hear the noise, it's just me banging my shoulder with my controller because my shoulder has been really sore since throughout my vacation. But especially after my very long commute home. I am a brave little hero. Hey, Erigot. Happy New Year, buddy. Yada yada blah blah. Rabita is here for some reason. His name is Dusk in not the game. Time to shine. Get it? Well, time for an entire country to die. Alright. So. Yeah, sorry I haven't been able to keep you entertained during your workouts. Now, the funny thing about that is that I would have been able to keep you entertained during your workouts over the past, not the past 2 weeks, but the week before I left, I didn't stream like I was planning to because I was feeling very sick. I wasn't feeling well, I had a runny nose, sore throat, hurt to talk too much, still had to work that week, so I ended up not streaming that week before I left. Which was sad because I was gonna do my PvP stream, so we're just doing a PvP stream on this Saturday instead. That being said, I also do want to warn you that moving forward, I'm not only going to be playing Battle Network games, I'm probably going to start doing a few more Pokemon runs every so often. And I'm going to be playing other competitive games. I'm going to be doing more PvP streams for Battle Network 1. Or Battle Network in general, not Battle Network 1, I don't know why I said that. Yeah, so more PvP Battle Network streams in the future. And I'm also going to be playing Pokemon TCG again. Because I pulled that $120... Okay, it's not because of the fact that I pulled the Venusaur card. It's because of the fact that since I have the income for it... I gotta take the exam now. Because I have the income for buying Pokemon cards again, Or at the very least, if I don't buy the physical cards, which I'm not going to do very often, I can easily buy the QR codes for Pokemon Live, TCG Live. So I'm going to be playing Pokemon TCG Live more often again. And since I'm going to be doing that, I would love to play Pokemon TCG with you guys in the future. Oh yeah, for sure, I can do Smash Bros as well. Let's see the center request board. Oh, I have to do jobs now? Ugh. I have to do missions 1, 2, and 3. I need help from the Conference Master. Okay. I can definitely do Smash Bros. I want to... If I'm going to play PvP games, I want to focus on games that I can play with my viewers. So the two things I'm planning on doing is probably Pokemon TCG. And then probably also Mega Man PvP. I'm going to see if I can get involved with tournaments for that. I know, right? Lana has to get a job. Does anybody remember where these three things are, or do I have to look it up online? I mean, I'll look it up online anyways. I know some of these job requests are actually the trophies for this game. Ah, that's why I thought it was here. What crimes has Lan... Well, okay. I guess technically Lan has inadvertently committed crimes, but it's not like he did them on purpose. He just got manipulated by Mr. Match to do crimes. Look, guys. Spiky viruses. Get a job. I know, right? Two of my favorite games ever, Mega Man Battle Network 3 and Kingdom Hearts 2. Both of them force you to get a job, and I hate it. Okay, the next one is in... Hello? Get this out of here. The random pop-ups on my PC, dude. Install the program to help clean out my access files one time, and now it just keeps on making pop-ups of its own. I should just uninstall it. I don't really use it. Okay, there's gotta be someone evil around here somewhere. Ooh, Sword L, that's nice. He is. Yeah, I did enjoy that game. I did admittedly enjoy 358 Days. I maybe might have cried at the end of that game, honestly. Even though I knew it was gonna happen. Cries in Armored Shion. I know, right? The time you killed a random construction worker. You didn't kill the construction worker. You just knocked him unconscious. I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh hey, we can play Gutsman. You guys know what that means. It's fighting Gutsman time. Punch me, bro, I dare you. He's so dumb for punching me there. Oh, he tried to punch me. Ah, I took the hit back there. he has... Okay. He has Gut Straight. I didn't realize it. Oh, God. Okay, we're good. We're good. Don't worry. Yep, we're all good. Hooray, Gutsman V2. Okay, we're good. Woo! I barely did that where I got to replay the missions as other characters. Half the time I would just not enjoy playing as the other characters because I wouldn't like their attacks. And then I would die. Alright, found the third one. Okay, I guess that's everything. That's everything. Okay, that should be it for that. Perfect. If you guys are questioning or curious about whether or not I'll ever stream Kingdom Hearts games, I can absolutely stream Kingdom Hearts games. I would love to do that actually, because I have played every Kingdom Hearts game with the exception of... What's one I didn't play? I haven't played Bird by Sleep yet, which is funny because I have it. I do have the collection on Epic Game Store. The reason I have it on Epic instead of Steam is because I bought it the instant it came out on PC, which was only on the Epic Game Store at first. Gotta go to Kodo Square. What's this mail? Oh, the chip trader? Oh, ooh, that's fun. Hey guys, let's trade for chips I don't need. Okay, that's actually not terrible. That's whatever. That's terrible. That's also terrible. Let's go gambling. Okay, that's 2 Elect Swords in the end code. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. Oh, dang it. Ah, oh, dang it. I'm gonna get more of those so I could get rid of them. Alright, none of those are important. Hey, Brad. Yes, we're back to Balnor 2. That was Dream Drop Distance. I have that game. I bought that game on release. Guys, I am such a big Kingdom Hearts fan that there was a release event for Dream Drop Distance when that game came out at the Nintendo store in New York City, and I actually went to that event. I was there. It was awesome. I have no idea what the HP total is for it. I've never used that chip really. Alright, Kodo Square is this way. And I think we could fight Quickman again now? Oh, it's not this way. It really is. I feel like they should. I know there's a manga, and that the manga is completely different. I've actually never played The World Ends With You. Here's the funny thing. I've never played The World Ends With You, and I've also never played any Final Fantasy game ever. But I love Kingdom Hearts. I actually don't mind Dream Drop Distance. I do enjoy the game. Because it's a Kingdom Hearts game, so I still have fun with it because it's a Kingdom Hearts game. Kind of like how I still have fun with Balnor 1 and 4, even though they're considered like the worst games in this series. It's still a Balnor game, so I still enjoy them. Of course there's a Disneyland in Japan. That's how we got Kingdom Hearts in the first place. There was a Disney headquarters in Japan, and it shared the building with Square Enix back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, if that story is true. Let's do that. Get my HP to 200, get some area grabs. I have 3 area grabs in E-code now. If I could get more copies of Elexord and E-code, I would absolutely do an E-code folder. Hey Maestro, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good New Year's and Christmas. Now, remember, I don't think Balnark 4 is bad. I just acknowledge that it's one of the weaker games of the Balnark series, but I still love Balnark 4. I'm a Balnark 4 defender, guys. Which makes sense given how much I play that game. Don't go over here saying that I called it a bad game. It's a flawed game, not a bad game. Okay, 200 zennies is... What was it? DC Universe Online? What is that? I actually have no idea what that is, but okay. Built a home base slightly inspired by Balnark called the Underserver? Go for it. Feel free to share it on the Discord, absolutely. Balnark 4 is one of the games of all time. Balnark 4 is one of the games in the Mega Man Balnark series. And I love it. Despite all of its flaws, I absolutely love that game. Okay. Where the heck is Quick Boy at? Not there. I never remember which little corner he's hiding in. I didn't even know DC has an MMO. That's interesting. Master, I'm not sure which stories you are asking is my favorite. Balnark 4 makes you develop Stockholm Syndrome. No, I genuinely appreciate... I appreciate the mechanics of Balnark 4. I love the Double Soul system. I think Double Souls was a great addition into the game. I actually enjoy a lot of the chips and combos that exist in Balnark 4. A lot of the Navi fights in Balnark 4 are some of the hardest Navi fights in the series. 15 years tomorrow? That's nuts. Hey, tomorrow? You mean to tell me that I share a birthday with DC Universe Online? That's kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest. No one shoot me for saying this. I think I prefer Kingdom Hearts 3's story over Kingdom Hearts 2's story. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 actually tied up a lot of loose ends, rather than creating more questions. Oops, I didn't realize he was not at the end of that hallway. At least you share your birthday with the first president and not the current president. I would be depressed if I shared my birthday with the current president. I have way too many defensive chips in my folder because I'm going for shield style reasons. And that's why I need the recover chips in the folder. Oh, look how well I dodged all that. I missed one of those. This one has a +10 on it, so this one has to hit. It would be really cool to share a birthday with your pet. Oh wait, this one I was supposed to make it hit twice. Oops. Whoa, what the heck was that? He has a wide sword attack? How long has that been a thing? Alright, well, it doesn't matter too much. Okay. Aw, that's adorable. Did you put a picture of the baby in the Discord? Well, he ran out of panels real quick. Oh boy, we got the Quickman chip. Remember kids, I don't need to complete the library in this game. I don't remember what post-game missions I have to do in this game. Whee! Alright, what's this? Is that a buck frag? It's a long sword. Okay. Remember kids, I don't have to do any post-game, so I could buy whatever the heck I want from here. Which means, let's buy... No, let's buy Fire plus 40s. Because I always make folders with this chip. Heat Shot is just such a good chip in this game that I always do this. Back into the coffee machine in the center, get the program back for a Navi inside for me. Okay. No, I only have to get the S license, I think. Not even all of them. Just the S license. Oh, hey, Gate Man's available. I will make sure to look up pictures of the baby later. Don't care that he's 15, it's still a baby. Like Mega Man 4? Isn't Wily in every Mega Man game? Gate Man is available, that does not mean that Gator is available. Gator would require me to have a wind and fan as well. Go all the way back to Koto Square now. I'm also not going to fight Gate Man now because I'm scared. No Gate Man until the trip to Notopia? Oh, never mind then. No, I think it was in, oh, maybe Yummerland has it in G-code in its shop. I believe it's the Notopia shop that has wind and fan in the star code in it. If I'm not mistaken. Come on, game. Give me my money. It's my money and I need it now. Stupid game. Alright, this is annoying. I hate when this happens. There we go. Why was that so difficult? Why did that take so long? Easy. Alright, so anyways, as I was saying a while ago, guys, make sure you get... I got yelled at for some reason. I don't know why, and I don't really care. Yes, someone got the joke. Make sure you guys have competitively viable folders in Balnark 6 on the Switch version of the Legacy Collection so that you too can participate in my PvP stream coming up this Saturday. I think the other things I'm going to do, I might try to do like one PvP stream every month, maybe, if possible, or at least a PvP stream, if not once every month, then maybe once at least every other month. Best Balnark chip in my opinion. Alright. Okay. What the heck? Okay, there's clearly nothing good from this mystery data. Oh no, there it is. 1500 zennies, okay. Who said that machine guns aren't viable? Just use machine guns, slap on a race cross, and you're good. That's a viable folder. Dust cross players hate you. Good enough. I don't care about this right now. The other thing I plan on doing in the future is I'm going to be doing, what's the other one? Tango instead. I know someone who hates Bug That Thunder. Last time I went to one of the New York City events, I know that Delta hates BDT builds. And I knew I was going to go up against him in the tournament in my last New York City meetup. So I did a BDT folder against him, and it made him so angry that he just locked in and completely wiped me out. It was hilarious. Oh boy, recovered 30 star. I can actually go in the folder because I need recovery chips. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about Switch is that, you know, online subscriptions expire. I might start doing, like I said, alright, Admiral, have a good night. Get this guy out of here. I might start doing more... I have to start playing on Tango. I have Tango on both my laptop and my PC, and I haven't used it yet, and I really need to start playing on Tango. Campground, okay. I don't know what this job is, but we gotta go to the campground, so let's do that. Where exactly do I have to go for this job? Hold on. Before I go running around like a psychopath to all the wrong places. Alright, I see him. Oh, right, you guys had asked me what the best chip in the series is, in my opinion. So... I would say... It's kind of difficult. I have two chips that come to mind, depending on which half of the series you're playing in. Oh yeah, I remember this thing. I would say that the two best chips, at least in my opinion, and I could be very wrong about this, I'm thinking of best chips in terms of highest damage potential. So in Battle Networks 2 and 3, I would say that the best chip is Meteors. The Mega Chip Meteors. The reason I say that is because in Battle Networks 2 and 3, because of the ability to panel lock enemies, Meteors hits 30 times. Since you could panel lock and hit 30 times, slapping on fire plus 50s, or sorry, fire plus 40 in this game, or fire plus 30s in Battle Networks 3 is kind of a disgusting combo that makes Meteors do like 6,000 damage. In Battle Networks 4, it's definitely Air Hockey 3. Gut Punch B, that's cool, I guess. 800 zennies, whatever. The reason why... I thought I'd been here before, but I hadn't been. The reason why Air Hockey 3 is the best chip is because it hits so many times that if you hit the opponent with that chip, it basically allows you to go into full synchro for free, making it so that you can chain Air Hockey 3 back to back to back to get double damage because you have full synchro. And then they chain into the next one, which gives you full synchro again because it's multi-hit, which chains to the next one, which gets full synchro because it's multi-hit, etc. So yeah, Battle Networks 2 and 3, the best chip is Meteors. Battle Networks 4, it's Air Hockey 3, and Battle Networks 5. Well, Battle Networks 5, I think it's Tornado. Tornado, I believe, has the highest damage potential in Battle Networks 5 because of Gyrosol doubling its damage, plus doubling its damage on grass, sea, lava, or ice panels. And 8 hits, so you're like doing 8 hits that are quadrupled damage. Battle Networks 6 is a little bit tough. Ooh. Okay, hear me out. I don't know if it has the highest possible damage potential, but it's probably a chip with one of the highest damage potentials because it could hit 15 times. Risky Honey. I think Risky Honey is one of the best chips in Battle Networks 6, if not just straight up the best chip in Battle Networks 6, especially if you're playing casually, since you could use it defensively to block an enemy's attack, but also, bees hurt. Alright, we can take our exam now. Cool. Wait, which program is named after a dance from Argentina? Yeah, Risky Honey can do hilarious things, especially because of his, okay, what do I have to do? Alright, this is fine. Risky Honey can hit base 15 times because it is very easy for... It's very easy for, it's very easy for Risky Honey to hit him 15 times because his Buster Rake attacks so fast that you can easily end up blocking 2 shots with it. And for each shot you block, you get 5 additional hits. So if you block 2 shots, that is 15 hits. Therefore, Risky Honey, an insanely good chip. Slap that onto Tomahawk Cross, and all of a sudden, you are doing obscene amounts of damage. Tomahawk Cross is actually my way of Tomahawk Cross with Risky Honey is my way of one-shotting every Navi in Balnark 6 Baltzer in under 10 seconds. Alright, where are these guys? I always end up forgetting where they are. I did already have this tab open on getting the licenses, fortunately. Yeah, I only need to do the first 9 job requests in order to get the S license, and I only need the S license in order to get my trophies, so yeah, not bad. Now, last thing to point out was the best chip from Balnark 1, which we haven't mentioned yet, which after my most recent run, I would honestly argue that Quickman is the best chip in Balnark 1. Quickman V3, obviously. Well, I mean, technically you'd have to argue that base is the best chip because it's 200 damage to every enemy on the field, but Quickman is also very good with 150 damage to every enemy. I need to find... Okay, here's the A license thing. Punish bad guys. Let's go. Where's that to find the bad guys? I think one of them's like right here. Yeah, here he is. Oh, that's a lot of swords. Okay, that's one data. The other guy's in Koto area. You know what else can one-shot base? Tornado in Balnark 5. Hence why I said that was the best chip in Balnark 5. You know what else is another contender for best chip in Balnark 4 other than air hockey? Static. Although that one might have recency bias because of reasons. By the way, I'm glad you guys really enjoyed my Dark Soul run video. The thing got like 7,000 views so far. Which again, is a few thousand more than I expected. I still have these random pop-ups again. Alright, I'm uninstalling that program. It's more invasive than anything else. Dark Soul run for Team Colonel? I don't know. I'm a little focused on this, right? Originally I said I was going to do it this month. Maybe in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now I could do the Dark Soul run for Team Colonel. Next week I might do Pokemon TCG. I don't know if I'm going to do... I have a bunch of QR codes for the Pokemon TCG Live. So what I'll probably end up doing is redeeming those codes, getting packs, and then opening those packs on stream. Can I please just have my money? Thank you. So this week, clearly we're doing a lot of Balnark stuff. Next week, I'm going to have more days that I can stream. I plan on streaming... I'm probably going to stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week if I can. Or next week I'll be streaming maybe Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday or something like that. Not 100% sure if I'm streaming on Sunday yet, but I might stream on Sunday this week. But yeah, I'll probably do some Pokemon next week if I can. Or I'll just continue this game and do one Pokemon stream. Just so that I can say that I did a Pokemon stream for TCG. And then 2 weeks from now, I think I'll start the Dark Soul run for Balnark 5. Which should be tougher than Balnark 4. Wow. I get the money without saving there. Yeah, it should be tougher to do Balnark 5 because if I was only using Mega Man for the entire run, I would have no issues. But I have to use Navis who are not allowed to use Dark Chips throughout the run, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure if your teammate Navis have access to evil chips or not in Balnark 5. That we're going to find out the hard way. Yeah, so my folder can't be 100% only dark and evil chips. Alright, Ergot, have a good night. Hope you enjoyed your workout tonight. Now that I'm back. They can use evil chips, but no bugs. At least they could use evil chips. That means they could use static for me, so. The awkward thing about an evil run in Balnark 5 is that, first off, I can't use dark chips until after the first liberation mission. So you don't even get access to them until then. And secondly, just like in Balnark 4, basically all of the evil chips aren't even available until post-game. The only evil chips I'll have access to prior to post-game are, what, like static, obviously, and then I think you could get Bug Curse, but Bug Curse isn't available until, I don't know why I'm doing this. I just need to, Bug Curse isn't available until the Undernet, so. DS Navi chips in Balnark 5 are the Dark Soul chips. Yeah, true. As long as the teammate Navis can use DS Navi chips, that's at least something. My game plan is gonna have to be... My game plan is really gonna be use static in the encode and the Napalm Man chips for most of it. Like, what else can I do? Static only comes in the encode easily. Okay, let's go to the foreign country that has been deleted. I'm also going to be on until 9:30 tonight, so a little bit less than half an hour before I log off for tonight. Because I have to prepare some TCG decks for tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to figure out the mechanics of the Dark Soul run for Balnark 4. Thank you, game, for actually giving me my money this time. We're going to do the... Sorry, for Balnark 5, rather. We're going to figure all that out when I start the run, basically. Oh, yeah, that's right. There is the bad folder. I have no idea what other chips come in. I know there's 3 chips in there, I just don't know which ones. I also don't know which dark chips I'm going to be using the most. Early on, I'm going to have to use Dark Sword, because I think that's the first one you get. You guys should fully expect me to use Dark Wide for sure. Dark Thunder, probably against Navis, specifically. Dark Circle, maybe if I'm running area grabs in my folder, which is very likely. Static, obviously. Dark... Oh, look who decided that he wants to rematch me. And hopefully lose. Let's get rid of these. Let's just make sure Buster Max is off. Sucker. Oh, he blocked that. Ooh, hold on. This could be really good. If he moves to the front, this is a lot of damage. Oh, he's doing those diagonal. Yeah, I think I just saved. Or at least I saved relatively recently. I just got into 2000 zennies from that mystery data and I saved it. Oop, lost our max off. Yeah, that's the thing that's annoying about Quickman though. Early on, Quickman V3, other than the fact that he moves fast, is that his attacks are no longer just a boomerang straight at you, which is super easy to dodge. It's boomerangs that move diagonally, and if you don't know he's about to do that, it can throw you off. Because I was moving there to dodge his straightforward boomerang, rather than the diagonal moving ones. And then I got hit by the diagonal ones, and it screwed me over. Is what it is. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I'm more curious as to what other chips I'm gonna throw into my folder. I don't know how early I'll get access to DS Navi chips. I know that the Nebula Navis, you do get access to their chips as soon as you fight them in a Liberation mission, but you don't get access to their DS Navi chips until later on in the game. Unless... I don't know. I don't know if using dark chips... No, that's not how it works. I don't know if... I don't know how early... I don't know how early in the game DS Navi chips are available. In Balnark's... why am I going this way? Dude, I was supposed to go to Yumland. Dude. Spent all that time talking and then didn't realize that I was not even doing what I was supposed to be doing. As I was saying... I don't know how early on DS Navi chips become available, but because it's Balnark 5 on the Legacy Collection, I will say that there's one thing I have access to that's going to make my life easier. Here's the thing. I can get the teammate Navi's DS chips at the very start of the game because of patch cards, right? So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did. I don't know if you guys ever watched it was a really old video. It was a while ago and I didn't stream it on YouTube. This is back when I was only on Twitch. I did a run of Balnark 5 in kernel version where the only chips I was using were chips that were cannons, guns, bombs, etc. Like Vulcans, stuff like that. Like weapons, real life weapons of war. It was my Colonel run, right? I was a soldier. I allowed myself to use the Napalm Man chip in that run, even though I was playing Team Colonel, because it's terrible, but Napalm is a real life weapon. So I allowed myself to use the Napalm Man chip in that run. But what I did in that run was I didn't allow myself to download patch cards for Navi chips until I beat the corresponding Navi's Liberation mission. Oh, you get Rock Cube here. Yeah, we'll buy Rock Cubes, why not? Yeah, so like for example, after beating Nightman's mission, I allowed myself to download the Magnet Man chips, for example. So what's gonna happen... Basically, what's going to happen is I am going to allow myself to download each of the Navi chips from the opposite version and from my current version so that I get access to the DS Navi chips immediately. With the caveat being that I will have to wait until I beat that Navi's Liberation mission. So like after I beat the Nightman Liberation mission or Shademan's Liberation in Orin area, after beating that mission, I'm going to allow myself to download the Nightman patch cards for Nightman DS, but also the Magnaman patch cards for Magnaman DS. Protoman Colonel after I defeat them in the Undernet. Actually, Protoman Colonel would be after I get their Double Soul at the end of the game. I think that's a good enough rule. Once I have access to their Double Soul, I'll allow that. Ooh, Navi plus 20. That's fun. I think that's fair. Satellite comes in a G code. Fun fact, Satellite 1G, I believe, is the only code you could get that chip in from fighting the virus. So yeah, that way I'll have access to all of the DS Navi chips throughout the run without having to worry about not having access to them until the post game. Because if I have to wait until post game to get DS Navi chips and evil chips, and the only evil chip otherwise that's available to me is static, which, by the way, you don't even get access to static until you get to end area, which is after the 3rd liberation mission of the game, right? Because the 1st liberation mission is, yeah, it's after the 3rd liberation mission. You get access to static when you don't have access to Mega Man, ironically. Oh no, everyone's just dead. Yeah, it is so ominous that there's just no music here. Oh my god, I forgot you fight Cutman now. Like, unironically, I forgot this is a thing. Put your little scissors away, bro. I'm not playing rock, paper, scissors with you right now. Apparently I am, though. No, he got to it first. Alright, I figured out his pattern. It's pretty easy. Ow. That being said, I still took a hit. He moves twice and then he moves to attack you. 1, 2. Oh! Alright, well, he just proved I'm an idiot. He had been moving twice and then... Yeah, he was moving twice and then attacking. So he changed up the pattern at the end there. Oh! Remember, kids, I turn off Buster Max when I'm fighting Nappies. But yeah, TLDR, I'm going to make sure that in some way, shape, or form, I have access to DS Navi chips. So that I at least have... Yeah, you could do the lotto number for S code, which is incredible. But if it's a lotto number code, you only get one guaranteed copy of it. In order to get more copies of it, I would have to get them from the chip trader. Now, the question then becomes, am I willing to use the chip traders to get copies of static and yes code? The answer to that question is maybe. It depends on which chip trader will give that to me. If it's a 3 chip trader or a 10 chip trader. And it depends on if I can use cloud save data to... Oh, but I can't use cloud save data. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do static in the S code. Because I don't have guaranteed ways of getting static in the S code. I don't have access to cloud save data, so I'm not using chip traders. I don't hate myself enough. And I won't be able to trade chips with people because I'm going to be playing on a Switch account that does not have... Or, I mean, maybe if I play it on Steam, I don't think I've played... I haven't played Valorant 5 on my second Steam account. Oh God. Okay, well let's not do that. That's a little unfair. I had such a good starting hand too. 2 Zabrings and a cannon was actually kind of decent. So yeah, as I was saying, if I do it on Steam, then maybe I could trade with people to get copies of Static and the S code. That I'd be okay with. Oh, ain't no way. Okay. Got him. He threw a boomerang at me. Did I not have full HP there? Oh, hold on. Airman's gonna do a lot of damage here. So if you guys have copies of Static and the S code, I will gladly steal it from you. Got him. Easy. Easy fight. 2070. I totally forgot that Cutman shows up here. Oh boy, mail. Alright. We're not going to beat... We're not even going to be able to start the Shadow Man scenario, really. I don't think. Not the comp. We're donating. Honestly, anybody that is willing to trade me copies of Static and the S code for the Dark Soul run, I am more than willing to return the chip to you when I'm done. Or you guys can use cloud saves on... You can also use cloud saves on the hey, oh, a power up. Let's go. Yeah, we'll increase my attack till it's maxed out. As I was saying, you guys can use cloud save data to trade me a copy of Static S and then just keep it. That's true. Most of you guys don't have uses for them. Alright, that was a bug frag, and I believe you get Aqua plus 40 in this comp as well. That is an easy S rank. Well, again, it is a yeah, this is Aqua plus 40. Yeah. It's a lotto code chip, which is why you only get 1 copy of it guaranteed, and otherwise you need to get it from the lottery, from the chip traders rather. So everyone should technically have a copy of it. What do I have to do now? Use the board. I don't want to use the board. Which board are you supposed to go to for this? Whatever. So yeah, if anybody is not planning on doing... Oh! Cool. Hold on. That was my 100th jack-in, guys. That is trophy number 20. What time are we up to? 1 hour and 26 minutes into the stream. Very good. That's kind of funny. I did not. I forgot that's a thing. That was my 100th jack-in. Let's go. Easy trophy, guys. Okay. An info board. I think that means we have to go to this one. And then was it this one? This one. Then I think you have to talk to everyone or something. This guy has HP memories I should probably be buying. Yeah, why not? 260, 280 HP now. Now I don't have the money for this, which is fine. Yo, hold on. Look, it's a post about my favorite virus, the mushy. Good times. What was it? Was it? Wait, hold on. Hangs out with a tough boy in AC/DC Park. Okay. You think that with how many times I've played this particular game in the past year that I would remember all this stuff? I don't. I don't remember anything. I wish I did, but I don't. Alright, we'll see how deep into this I get. Maybe I could get the program. What? That's creepy. Maybe I could get the program at least, which would be nice. Okay, that was the guy, and then I have to go into Okinawa, I think, and find that dude's wife. Very fun. We love fetch quests. Always a good time. Bro, imagine you left this game for months, you haven't played it in like who knows how long, and you talk to Mega Man to find out what you're supposed to be doing, and all he says is, I need a programmer. Can you imagine that? I would be so mad. This is like probably one of the worst points to stop playing this game. Why is there a net navi? Why do I feel like I've asked this question a million times? Okay. That was pointless. We should just have to camp somewhere. Is it her? Oh, there you go. What? Roll navigation. Oh my god. So, what's really annoying is running all the way back here, only to then have to run back to civilization because there's nowhere here that connects you to the net. And I think that's really annoying. It would have been really convenient if, even though it's in the middle of nowhere, if like there was like if right here you could like jack in and connect to the net somewhere. But no. Why should we be able to do that? Oh wait, yeah, I didn't even see that message until just now, hero. Static V is item card, you're right. And then static S is a lotto code. So I technically do have access to static V code, at least at the very beginning. Oh, what happened to you a week before Christmas? And was it that you got sick like I did? They said it was Kodo Square, right? Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that, Spice. Was it like a layoff, or you got fired, or they were like no jobs available, or Are you happy about it? Which I know sounds weird, but that definitely can be. Ooh, hold on. We like hearing interview with a company that's offering a lot more pay. So fun fact, this is something that kind of happened to my girlfriend as well, where she got fired from an organization that worked internationally. Yeah, my girlfriend worked for a international nonprofit that used to work with the UN. Oh, it was a mutual separation? Oh. Yeah, that sounds like my previous job, honestly. Where I was leaving and I was angry at my job every day. But what happened to my girlfriend was that she worked for a oh, I only have 2,000 left. Oops. Yeah, my girlfriend worked for an international nonprofit that works with the UN. And after she got fired from there, she found like a consultation job, which kind of sucked just as bad. And then she finally ended up finding like about a year-ish, or maybe like a little bit less than a year after she got fired from her first job. She ended up finding a really good job in New York. Like she works in a advocacy organization for people with disabilities in New York. And she loves the job, and it's a great job. Very positive work environment. Everyone's very like good to each other. They take mental health very seriously, which makes sense given, you know, they work with people with disabilities, obviously. And all that good stuff. And so my girlfriend ended up finding out that the place she was originally working at that ended up firing her was actually a super toxic work environment that was underpaying her by like $10,000 a year based on like market value for her job. And now she has a job that's very similar to what her old job was, but more locally versus like locally as opposed to internationally. Okay, now we gotta go to Yum Square. Alright, we'll get the program and then call it a night. But yeah. My girlfriend's new job, she's been at for like 2 years now, I think. And it's a much better experience for her. So hopefully you will also have a much better experience in your new jobs, is basically what I'm trying to say. It is a very common thing when people get fired from one job. People tend to find out or realize, like in hindsight, that the job was kind of toxic. Which, if you were going home with a migraine every day from work, that sounds like that was a very toxic work environment. And so you're better off finding a new job that hopefully will be much better. I had my girlfriend deal with that, where she got fired from her job, ended up realizing that the job was actually super toxic and is now in a very positive, healthy work environment. Another one of my friends recently got fired from a job that he knew was toxic, but I don't know if he was like comfortable with at least having income, or if he wasn't finding other jobs or whatever it was, but he recently got fired from his job as well. It was kind of weird because like when that friend got fired from his job, me and everyone else in my friend group were all like, oh, thank God you can find something better now. And I just think it's kind of funny that that would be people's reactions to someone getting fired. I hit the B button there and my buster didn't fire. And I got so scared that I was about to take a hit for no reason. 2,000 zennies, nice. I do like that this game offers you 2,000 zennies in a couple of early game areas. I feel like that makes it a lot easier to... Oh, I missed the B-tank. I mean, it is what it is, you know? It's a part of life, unfortunately, is sometimes you get fired from a job, but then if you end up finding out that that job sucked in the first place and was really toxic, you don't want to keep it anyways. I don't know if that's going to be an S rank. That's a 10 rank. I would love to get S ranks against those viruses. Yeah, honestly, sometimes getting fired from a job, even though it like feels like a really bad thing in a moment, sometimes getting fired from a job is actually a blessing in disguise because it helps lead you to something better. Why? Okay, well, we're gonna end the night here because I was supposed to be working my way to Yumland and once again went to Kodo Square again, which means I wasted the past 3 minutes of my life. We're gonna continue this on Thursday, guys. I will not be here tomorrow, like I said, because I'm going to be going to a game cafe with my friend to play some Pokemon cards instead. I will not be on Wednesday because I have chores to do when I get home from work on Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday for some more Battle Network 2. We're gonna get a style change and all that stuff. And then, after that, we are going to do PvP on Saturday. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. Happy New Year to everyone. I will see you guys in a couple nights. Take care, everyone.